Let's build some synergy builders. This is one we've taken a look at a little while ago when it came out, and I did say I was going to come back here, and we are circling back around. We're going to play through the first story mission here. We did the tutorial before. I'm going to be a little bit rusty here. Normally I would play some before we started a stream of something, but this just did not happen. Claire Obscure just destroyed my last 3 weekends essentially, so I'm in a bit of catch-up mode, but that's okay. I think we'll be able to get on through here. So, story mission 1, Firestorms. With each passing day, more species are going extinct, more lakes are drying up, and more towns are being deserted. Solitary alone will not keep the drought away. If we are to overcome this phenomenon, we must first understand it. All right, let's see what Firestorm has in store for us. Okay, so it looks like we have, multiple scenarios within this. We're on last resources. A group of volunteers has set up near the springs of Bakelon to supply the villages in the area, but their stocks soon find themselves depleted whenever the heat wave comes, and their water distribution system is struggling to match the task. Okay, so I do know that there's going to be like seasons, and we have a dry season, so I'm going to assume we're going to want to overproduce water and store that somehow, and then using that, we're going to get through the dry seasons. Complete this scenario to access the rest of the story. Okay. Hey, Wolf, welcome in, and Broadmeadow. Good evening, good evening. Okay, difficulty. I think we're probably playing here, but let's just read them. We didn't have this for the tutorial. Harmony mode, a peaceful game mode where building up your city takes priority over other challenges. The needs of your citizens are more forgiving and the environment is less hostile, leaving you ample time to focus on building without any overt pressure. Probably not. Balanced mode, a balanced experience focusing equally on creativity and survival. Challenges are present, but they can be overcome with good management. Your city will have to adapt to the changing conditions to survive. Yes, we're definitely going to grab that one. Some plants propagate naturally, so be careful of invasive species. Rip them out if you need to preserve other plants. I really hope we have a decent number of plants. That was one of my concerns when we did the tutorial, is there were not a ton of them. Catch up on chat here for a second. Hi, highly educated. Welcome in. Matthew Lazarick, good to see you. Recently started Dominion 6. Your channel has been great for learning that. Thanks. Well, you're very welcome, man. Feel free to post on any of the videos. I read all my comments and I 99% of the time reply to them, or hop on a stream and myself or somebody else will be able to answer any questions. Good evening, Slice. 1% to you too. I'm trying to organize code I wrote 10 years ago to make a portfolio for a job. It's weird. I wish I wrote better comments. It's like the Gandalf when he's like, I have no memory of this code. And Slice starting us off strong with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Slice. Congratulations to Horace Hyperion, Major McLaughlin, MHH, Aaron Lutz, and Sarah Khan Tyrene Phil for getting the gifted memberships. That gives you access to the members first videos. Usually that means Dominion's content, but it just can be whatever I'm working on at the time too. Thank you very much, Slice. Also, just since I'm in advertising mode for a second, don't forget that in the channel description, there is a link to our Discord. Everyone is welcome to join. Mainly I use that as a notification machine when I'm going to go live, or we have some chit chat and some memes, etc., etc. Right now, it's on pretty tight lockdown. So if you are a channel member, if you link Discord and YouTube, you can go ahead and chat in there. And if you are not a channel member, you can't chat right now, but you're welcome to join and you can read on it. And then when I get a little more time here in a couple months and I can properly moderate the channel, then I will probably lift that restriction. So please look forward to it. Highly Educated says, artwork looks like Mobius. Yes, it does. I bought the Tetris game because Drop Duchy. Dude, I played some more last night. I unlocked the next faction, I guess it would be called. Pretty fun. I quite like it. I'm really curious to see how different the next faction's gonna feel. It took me several runs to beat the first one. Maybe I'm just terrible. 3 watching and not even and none got a membership. I'm done gifting memberships to people not even here. Don't count on the view count being actually live. Like, my OBS tells me there's 6 people here at the moment, but that doesn't necessarily be accurate there either. Either way, I much appreciate it, Slice. Willing shoulders. All alone, the last children of mankind, or so they feel, the well of their hope has now run dry, just as their lakes and aquifers did long before. With their backs against the wall, several villages sent representatives to search for water in the province of Bakhelen. Heavy is the burden that weighs on our shoulders, for without us, our homes won't have so much as a single drop to drink. After a long journey, we finally found an area where hot springs are plenty, but we still have to build a station capable of treating the water. We must first lay the groundwork, otherwise we won't build anything at all. Okay, hey, highway educator, you said you had gifted memberships turned off. How do you turn that on? I was trying to describe that to somebody, but I did it myself like years ago and I can't re-find the UI. I have a sneaky suspicion some of the people that keep not getting one don't have that turned on, but I can't figure out how to help them. And the YouTube documentation is garbage. And good evening, Tut. Good to see you, man. All right, let's hop on in here and let's immediately pause. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, we got a lot of water. A lot of water. All right, that's more than I was thinking. Now, I don't know if this is actually like representative of a certain amount of volume. I have a sneaky suspicion that when we hit dry season, it just all dries up. So I don't think that's indicative of much. We have some giant fungus. So back in here a little bit. We have, what are you? Rocks or something? Trickster root. We don't know anything about trickster root. Technological ruins. Something sprouting. Like a little hill. Cabbage shrub. Okay, I can kind of fruit bearing and it's smelly. Okay, maybe people don't want to live next to that. Okay, here's the Diluvian bush. We use these in the tutorial. Sunshade tree. Okay, we have a couple trees here. So the shade of the trees is useful when we're putting our houses down. Okay, so my initial thoughts are we'll probably just build in this area. We're close to food. We're close to a couple different waters. Maybe we'll set our water up over here. We're close to our initial stockpile too. Yeah, I suppose their argument is optimized for people that show up. Yeah, that's my understanding too, Tut. The only documentation I could find is basically it's like a weighted roll. But I don't know. They're not very specific. I don't know. I got a comment in chat telling me I could turn on gift subs and there's a clickable link. Awesome. Okay. Good to know. The color scheme hurts my eyes. Yeah, this is a... It's a mood. It's a mood. Never seen this before, but I'm getting a Don't Starve vibe. Art-wise, maybe kind of sort of. Mobius is definitely the artist. He was a French artist that had a series that was very, very much like this. To me, it also kind of reminds me almost of like a Dr. Seuss, like Dr. Seuss for adults, kind of vibe to it. It's neat. I like the look of it. We'll see how it plays though. I've only gone through the tutorial, so. Banished? Yeah, I could definitely see Banished. Okay, let's get started here. So we need to build our Founders Square. We're going to need some houses. Yeah, that's going to get us started. So we need to build kind of within this area. I think, like I said, we're going to set ourselves up that we're going to use these shade trees. I also think I want to try to get so I can reach those and maybe these. We got a lot of collectibles up here. Okay, so maybe I need to trend that way a little bit. We'll do that. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, I suppose. All right, we'll take a road. Or not. Can I... I don't remember. Am I allowed to just delete you? Yeah, destroy. I want to move that. I want to move it so that we can get the road by the tree. Right there. That always annoys the heck out of me when I can't have straight roads, so... Okay, we'll drop one here. We'll drop one that goes out that way. Down that way. Yeah, that'll get us started. Click here to replay the tutorials. I think... Click to hide. Okay. That's fine for now. We have to refer to it. We will. So we have 14 people. We're going to need some housing. Now, I believe... It's not going to show me on here. We want to be in the shade of these trees. So maybe we'll do 2 here. Do 2 here. I don't remember. I want to say these were like... Maybe it is just 2. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8. So we need 3 more of these. 1, 2, and 3. A field laboratory. Okay, this is going to be useful. Let's go ahead and get one of those down early also. Now, I think the distance on this is actually a lot bigger than what it's currently showing me. I hope that's the case. We'll plop that down here at the end of the road in this direction, I suppose. Okay. And cellar, a picker's... Yeah, we're going to need a picker's cabin so that we can get some of this food. And I think we can reach... Can't quite reach the stinky cabbage. I guess that will have to be fine. Throw a road on it. Something like this. We'll get this cleaned up here in a minute. And then some water we probably should get started on. Yeah, so a pontoon. I gotta remember what my... Shift. Shift is what rotates my buildings. There we go. Okay, so... Yeah, we have lots of room for water here. Five out of 60. 25 out of 60. Okay, so there is better and worse spots, it looks like. This looks to be a lot better. Maybe it's deeper over here or something. We'll drop that there. Doing my road again. We'll have a road that runs along that. And then we're also going to need a water tower to store this. And we need to deliver water to various buildings. So I'm going to plop this. I guess our first one will go here. Okay, let's let them actually start building a little bit. It's going to take me a hot minute. That's my junior years in high school right there. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Axe. By the way, I'm going to bring Dio to a multiplayer game. Wish me luck. Well, good luck. This is the only stream that could make me feel young. The tiger, the myth, the legend, Dio. I did enjoy that build quite a lot. Okay, we did get our field laboratory. Let's just start with maybe 2 people in here. And I would like you guys to do an analysis. And we're going to have a lot of them to do. So we're going to need to do the trees, the stinky cabbage, those guys, these guys. Way over there. Just making sure there's nobody closer. I guess that one. Okay, they're going to be busy for a hot minute. Okay, you are going to store clean water, infinite amounts. Yes. Okay, build a founder square, have housing capacity for 24. Okay, we're at 14, so I need them to do more houses, and we need to build a cellar. All right, let's get our cellar. Again, we need to make sure our houses have access to this, so we need to be intelligent about where we put it. I think we're gonna go there with that one. Okay, so we're at 14 houses, so we're gonna need quite a few more. Let's do that. Get them rolling. Next up, we're gonna need a picker's cabin so that we can actually get some of this food. Oh no, never mind, I already got that. Plus, pick. Do I want to pick these before we... I think we need to actually research this before I start picking on it, or we're gonna have some problems. I probably should not have done the tree first. There's no food in nearby storage buildings. Well, we're working on it. Okay, and let's get a lot of people employed on the water right off the bat. This takes quite a while to cycle this, so important. We may even build another one of these. We'll see. Perform 5 surface analysis. We're working on that currently. We need a research center, and we need to obtain some vegetables. Okay, we also have a warehouse. We're going to be grabbing stuff over here. Let's put the warehouse off in that direction. And do that. And I think I'm just going to pick that to be another road. 20 vegetables, research center, right. Knowledge. It's a field laboratory. I don't think we have that yet. Okay. Give that a second. Warehouse is up. We should see people start moving this around. Now, I haven't overemployed, have I? I gotta remind myself here. 14 adults. 8 at work, 6 on other tasks. Okay, we're okay there. All right, what do we have for analysis? Okay, our sunshade thing, surface analysis is not done, I guess. Let's go ahead and staff this further. I need this to get done. Okay, so we have shade tree. Observation towers can spot here and there in the desert are built from sun tree wood. Used to ensure the safety of our villages long ago, they are now no more than spice-scented ruins. So we can do rip out, and that gives us tree trunks. Or we could do an arborist workshop, which allows us to harvest the plant, which gives branches. Okay. We have cabbage shrub. As smelly as they are reliable, cabbage shrubs have always been brought along for the ride by settlers moving from one region to another because they constitute a key cooking ingredient in most cultures. So we can rip them out and we gain vegetables, or we could pick them. During a harvest action, we gain some. Okay, so we could go ahead and pick those. Petrified Giant gives us rocks. Scattering Seeds and Seedings give mushrooms. Okay, so we could get some seeds from that too. So Picker's Cabin. Picking. I don't know. Whoops. I don't know if that's going to let me. I think I have to stay within range. So we might actually... Yeah, I have to stay within range. So I'm going to need another picker's thing over there. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, so one here. And one here. They're going to pick both of those. Do I do that right away? I'm kind of thinking I might... I think we just need another picker's cabin just right off the bat. And if I'm going to have to do that, I want to try to get as much as I can. Something like that. And let's drop a road here. A little bit awkward, but I guess that's okay. And my goals disappeared. That is not what I wanted to do. More advanced is tab. Okay, that shows me where the people are currently working. Okay, the Diluvian bush, a fruit encased in a pod whose skin is harder than that of ordinary berries, produces a juice so sour it's been known to make children cry. Dude, kids would absolutely love that. Who are you kidding here? Okay, I want... We lost our little to-do list there, and I'm not sure why. Tab for advanced. Yeah, I got that game. Thank you. Okay, housing, districts, water distribution, well-being, social, culture, knowledge, shadow. Yeah, we did build those houses in the shade. Excellent. Temperature, humidity, organic matter, and minerals. Okay, don't care about any of that. Diary, notifications, quest log. Here we are, quest log. Okay, so I'm at 4 out of 5 analysis. Do we have something else? Yeah, okay, we have number 5 in the hopper. We need to obtain some vegetables, so here, let's employ those people. And we need to tell them to pick stinky cabbage. Yes. I'm gonna have you pick these. Yep. And I'm gonna have you pick those. Yep. Okay, we also have some stone over here. Yeah, take me over here. We're gonna pull out. We're gonna collect some of these little stones. I think the big one here will generate more. They kind of like force their way to the surface. Waiting on that last analysis. Are you guys not going to do it because you're saying it's out of range? Doesn't cost any resources to move you. Oh, it finished. Okay. It was just taking time. Giant fungus, nicknamed chewing rocks. These mushrooms are pillars of our environment and grow in almost any circumstance. We can rip them out for mushrooms. We can use an arborist workshop, which kills the plant, but we gain mushrooms, so no, not really helpful. And if we notch them, we can get toxic water. Okie dokie. We need to build one research station. Okay, I need to find my... That's a field laboratory. Maybe they actually mean field laboratory because that is a quote-unquote research center. I'm going to assume that that's going to be the case. Now, we want to build this in a spot where I get my current housing area, but then I also am available to cover the next area. So something like that, maybe. Also, what do you have in here? Why are you not going elsewhere? Temporary shelter contains food, being exposed to the weather. I guess we just need some time to get things out of here. I'm also working people really hard. And actually, now that I say that, I think we can pull down on our workforce here. Because I don't think, at least for the time being... Oh, no, I take that back. We do still have stuff we can research. For sure. Work on all those. Really important that we get that information so we know what we can do with them. All right, field laboratory. That is... No, that's all that I already built. Never mind. It's very special. No field laboratory. Okay, so research center. Do I need to unlock this? That's my other thought. Yeah, because all we have is the field one there. Okay, so let's go to our book of knowledge. Not our book of knowledge. Let's go to our research tree. And they want us to find the research. Future of the community. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Yeah. This is what we want, the research center. So we will unlock that for 3 of our points. There we go. Okay, now it's making more sense. Now, if I remember right, I think this bad boy likes to have water nearby. So I need to place it somewhere that we can reach our water. I don't want to build another one of these yet. Sure, build it right there. Yep, and it is in range for the water. We've already got our vegetables. Oh, it's like Zeus or Pharaoh but with Adventure Time graphics. A little bit. You don't have to like deliver resources as much. It's more about just being in range of the buildings. But yeah, I think that's a fair comparison there. Dr. Seuss, yeah. You can't see it because I usually have my green screen up, but I have a reproduction of Cat from the Wrong Side of the Tracks. That's a Dr. Seuss portrait from his Midnight collection. If you've never looked at that, it's for adults, some of it, and there's some weird stuff in there, but there's also some really, really cool ones. So the Cat from the Wrong Side of the Tracks is like this scruffy looking like cat guy, and he's playing pool, but it's really like weird and Dr. Seuss pool. Yeah, very cool little portrait. Very hard for me to find that, actually. Okay, our research center is going in. We have food coming in. What else do we have that we haven't built? We have built everything except for a cutting station. Dedicated to making planks and other building resources, this station is useful to annex to any carpentry shop. Okay, we don't really need that at the moment. Cinder Sprout. Cinder Sprout is something of an unsung hero. For every farmer takes care to keep it well away from crops, it has helped build many a house. Few plants have ever been as underappreciated as the Cinder Sprout. Poor Cinder Sprout, just not even getting any of the credit. Where were you? Over here. So I think these make it so other crops can't grow. Okay, we gain bark. Okay, it looks like we can do rip out action. I actually do want to get a few of these, so we'll pull a couple of those. We already got the stone. And we're still waiting on this. Builders are constructing. Lethis was literally made by 3 French guys in their basement. I believe the Gold Adventure Gold game, I posted that video this morning. I think that's 3 Polish dudes. Or people. I guess I don't know if they're dudes. Yeah, it's more like Tropico. I think that'd be fair. More of a distance-based. They call it a field laboratory because you build it in a field. Fair. Alright, water distribution. Duty calls. Already our volunteering movement has encountered its first obstacles. What little we produce could barely sustain the treatment center, let alone provide for our neighbors in need. On our own, we lack the numbers to properly manage this area. We need better extraction facilities, and more than anything, we need more manpower. Our group has settled on exploring the nearby areas in hopes of finding new partners. Build an explorer's hut. Okay, like I said, I don't think we have that at the moment. So we would need to go back to our research tree. Exploration mission. We need 10 science points. No, we need 3 science points if I'm reading that correctly. Cost is science times 10, 3. Okay, maybe I'm not sure how to read that. Is that 10? Is that 10 3 times? I'm not certain, but either way, we need some science. So we definitely need to put in some scientists here. We're getting 2.5 science per day. All right. I don't think there's anything else I would want to do or unlock, because if I unlock something else, that's just going to slow us down. Food is pretty important for exploring. That could be something. We could get some better housing. Harvest building we already have. Lumber mill. You're telling me you already have lumber mill. Am I crazy? Did I just not see it? Picker's cabin. Those are storage bins. That is housing. Maybe that's the cutting station. All right. Well, I don't need that at the moment. Yeah, we've got all those. Okay. Here, I would love to upgrade. What do we need? Okay, we need a bunch of resources we don't have yet. Okay, so no point in going there. We're not through that point yet. Where does it show me my science? Refined products, raw materials, knowledge. Here we are. Okay, that's saying it's 5 out of 10. Is that actually true? And does this actually cost 10? Now it says 10, 8. Maybe that means I need 8 more. Or I have 8. Oh, okay. I have 8 out of 10. I don't know why that is so... Okay, so this is showing me what? Reduction plus 25. Why is this 5 out of 10? Oh, okay. Never mind. This is the district. Within our district, we have 5 out of 10 knowledge. People like to be near smart people, apparently. So that is not what I was looking at. This is what we should be looking at, is science points. Right. And now we're at 10 out of 10. Okay. Parentheses is how many you have. The other one is the cost. Got it. And we're going to build an explorer's hut. Now, I don't... Is this something they like to be near? Culture, social, well-being, and knowledge. It is going to give us an extra 10 knowledge. So if we build this in range of our houses, people will get real smart. And we like smart people. I'm going to kind of put it down here so we can double dip. So, sure. When that gets built, we should see this go up to 10 out of 10. That's what I'm expecting. Convert, yep, you're 100% correct. Needs 10, you had 3 when I was looking at it at the time. What's the backstory of this story? Are you a colonist from another planet? No, this is like post-apocalyptic. Everyone was living either underground or at like some oasis, but our oasis dried up. So we have to go out into the weird mutant desert and go exploring. And to my knowledge, there's no like direct combat, but there's lots of like environmental, like some of these plants will like hurt you if you harvest them. The thorns will hurt you if you don't have the right tools or things like that. Or we're getting toxic water here and we have to refine it in order to be able to drink it. So it's more of a survival than it is a combat-y type game. And we have just that really cool, you know, like we've mentioned before, Mobius style artwork, which to me is very Dr. Seuss, but I don't think that they're like directly related. Mobius was his pen name. I'm trying to think what his actual name was. He did a pretty famous comic in, I believe it was published in France because he was French, called, I think, Blueberry. It was a Western. I've never read it myself, but must have been pretty popular because he made a lot of money on that. Michael Girard, thank you very much. I believe he's passed away too, so unfortunate. I love this art style because it's like, I think it's because as a kid I like Dr. Seuss. But it's, like I said, it's like adult Dr. Seuss. It's whimsical, but more realistic, if that makes any sense. Like, it really gives me, like, Alien Planet vibes. Also, I kind of regret not moving this road down one more. I thought we were going to be able to move this out of the way really quick, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We don't have the right storages for everything. Okay, we have our exploration hut ready. Send an expedition to an inhabited cave. All right, what do we have in here? So this is our world, or at least the part of it we're in. This is our starting area, where we are at. We have different areas near us, and we can find different resources. So they want us to go to an inhabited cave. So this is where they want us to go. So we have a camp, an island, an antenna, a forest area, a desert area. All right, let's do what the mission wants. So, citizens to avail. Caves have become a refuge from the heat for many, but beware. They also conceal some unknown dangers. So, 2 available, and we need 3. So we need to go free up a citizen. Who do we want to pull off of things? We got lots of water. We have lots of basic foodstuffs. You have a lot that you can still pick. Let's have that one go down maybe by 1. I only have 1 person working my field laboratory. And he is still working on stuff. I'm definitely not lowering the water or the science. That feels foolish. All right, let's lower this one. I think maybe we're overproducing food anyways at the moment. And then when we have everyone assigned, there's also nobody hauling another food for thought. In fact, you know what? Saying that out loud, let's lower this one by 1 too. That'll leave 1 person free to haul for us. All right, we're going to go here. We have 4 available, but we're only going to send 3. Overload capacity is 60. Duration of optional task is 13. Send the expedition. So we need to give them some food. We have a lot of vegetables and sour pods. I guess we're going to do sour pods. Sure. Now, we need to make sure we bring enough food. So we have to get to 24. If we just send them 24, that's enough to go to where we're going and back and nowhere else. If I give them a bit more, we could maybe hit some of those side areas. Conversely, though, if I find loot, I won't have room to bring it. You have enough rations for a trip out, explore 1 destination in the area, and 1 trip back. I think we're going to do that. That's kind of my balance between having a little bit of room and going extra distance. So let's start. So they will slowly make their way over to that camp. Okay, here, do we have anything else that we can unlock? We have 13 points. Let's take a second. Is this telling me what they're going to want me to do next? End research projects. I might have pinned that last time we were playing. They need 30 to get this, apparently. So we are a ways out from that. Each one of these wheels is themed. So this one is like sun awnings, textiles, compost, civil engineering, healthcare, cultivation. Over here, foundry, cooling things, desert melodies, art, pedagogy. Down here, woodworking, sand extraction, advanced technology, spheres, securing caves. Interesting. All right, but none of that's going to be reachable. What we could reach is things in here. So we could get toxic water purification, a heated basin that will allow us to separate water from particles through evaporation. Unlocks alternative ways to extract water. That seems really good because they warned us about drought season. So we have that. We have that. We've got the inner circle already. We have that. Dish preparation. We're not gonna have enough people. Let's get it anyways. This is gonna allow me to actually make some better food. And we're gonna need that sooner or later, I'm certain. All right, now this is where we put our food storage. So I think we're gonna build this just right next to, well, that's unfortunate. Can I move you for free? Doesn't cost any resources. Yeah, let's move you down 1. Everyone's going to be really sad while that happens. And then we'll be really happy because we'll be next to the building. Gene Garad. Okay, yeah, you were close. How much of the game world can you colonize? To my knowledge, we're not going to colonize anything else. We might be able to have, like, stations or like, I don't even know what you'd call them, not colonies, like little independent spots, but we're not going to build over there. I think this is our map for this scenario. Maybe the sandbox is different. I haven't got that far. I'm only able to pay quarter attention because I'm talking to Xfinity about my build. Feels bad, man. Anytime you have to call customer service. Is it a real person or is it an AI? Anyone who has ever sprained their ankle inside the iron grip of trickster root knows how strong and resilient its vines are, and witnesses to such incidents are only growing more numerous with each passing cycle. So we can rip them out, and we gain lianas, which looks to be like either rope or fiber, maybe? Or, if we have an agricultural farm, we could harvest them. Same thing. We would get less of them, but it doesn't say we kill the plants, so this would be more sustainable way to do it. But unfortunately, we do not have that. So that's them down here. How are we? Where is mine? We're in temperate season, and it looks like we're staying in temperate season for the time being. World map. Okay, we are still traveling. Now there is a time speed, so we can go up to X4 if we so inclined. Okay, we have our kitchen. All right, I'm gonna take this guy, I think, off of that. If I assign you to the kitchen, do we have a recipe that we can actually cook? So we could take some seeds and water and we could turn that into simple dishes. Or we could take some mushrooms and water. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have either of those. We could get some mushrooms, though. Let's choose that. And then up here, let's harvest the big mushroom. Gonna give us 16 of them. And unfortunately, all we have is rip out. So we're not gonna be able to do anything else to that at the moment. What are you mad about? Water tanks are empty. Oh. They sure are. Okay, I'm gonna need more water storage anyways, so let's go ahead and we'll build another. So, right here? Do that again. Yeah. Right here covers everything. And we'll just build it in line with the other one. And let's bring the road down. There we go. We got a bunch of stuff to haul. We did move that. They're waiting here because they have nothing that they can build yet. Hook yet, I should say. This is over text, so I don't know if it's a person or AI, but at least I have a record. Fair, I suppose. Yeah, it's very frustrating when we have to talk to vendors for work. Some of them literally will not give you a phone number anymore. You have to go through their text support first. And sometimes you can tell it's not a real person. Like, they'll answer questions in such a non-answer way that you're like, I literally know you're not actually a person. Or give us incorrect information. That's always fun. Expedition has reached their location. Truth in the myth. As they walk by the walls covered with paintings and tapestries, our explorers are both awed and confused. Pieces of many different styles are gathered here, all clashing in an epic artistic struggle. Captivated as they are, none of them notice the old woman watching them. Beautiful, isn't it? These pieces represent moments no words could ever describe. They are encounters with the unknown, scattered across entire decades. She notices a gourd attached to the hip of one of her visitors. Her hands tightens. Follow me, I have much more to show you. We'll follow the guide. The party follows the old woman and her guided tour of the building. We do our best to try and uncover the truth behind these accounts, she says, pointing a finger at the mosaic, but our means are limited. You look like you've done a study or two. Avoiding the gaze of the explorers, she continues. We could all benefit from this. This area is sorely lacking in water. If you agree to help us, we could grant you access to all of our knowledge. Alright, so we don't have any choices yet. We could set up a trade. You will gain 20 heritage points. Unlocks the following trades at the bartering outpost. We give water, we receive... I think that's heritage. Okay. Once we have enough water to proceed with the trade, we can reach out to the archivist again. New trade, heritage points, close. Okay, now, we have 8 resources, so I believe Are you gonna let me? How do I do that? Yeah, we can choose one more spot. So we have island. I think we're gonna do this one since it seems like this is just out of the way. And then next time maybe we can hit up these two. So we're gonna send the expedition there. We have 40 room, non-overloading resources. Yeah, we're just getting a trade ready. Is trade unlock tables and green spaces? Okay, so we do need another tech, and we saw that one before it was up here. We need 30 and we have 27. Okay, we have 28. Fine. The Monty Python British accents really add into the ambience. I mean, this is basically Britain, right? Toxic water, mutant plants. I mean, if that doesn't say Britain, I don't know what does. Revenge of the British there, trying to kill me on my tea. Okay, 33 points. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Tables and green spaces. Masters of discipline, be it farmers or artisans, get far better results when they pool their resources. Here, it's a plan for a new district that will answer the needs of these two professionals. Okay, next we have fair trade. This is what we're going to need. We also have tool production. So fair trade is going to cost us 10 somethings. I'm wondering if those are tools. And there's no way they are tools. Okay, so what this is really telling me is we need to unlock tools. We need to make some tools so that we can do fair trade. So 50 science points followed by 20. We are sciencing away as hard as we can. To ensure distribution work can begin, we must first expand the city and its neighborhoods. Reach 300 as a score for displays district. So this is, we need to upgrade this to a display district, which it looks like we can just do. We need some boreal rock and we need some bark. We have harvested both of those already. Hey, we're already at 250 points. Okay, so to get this higher, we can look down here. We could put in some foundries. We don't have those. Weaver, forge, cutting station, kitchen. We have a kitchen. Tea-bar, canteen. We don't have any of those. Carpentry. We don't have any of that. We have put in some water towers. We could add another water storage. I don't hate that idea. Maybe we drop another water storage and we let it store up some toxic water. If I do that though, we're probably gonna need another pontoon. And I don't have the people to work that. So maybe we just build the storage for now. So there. It can't fit there, so we could go right here. Sure. Oops. And we'll extend our road. When that gets built, that should give us 50 more points. And I believe that's going to take us to the 300 we need. Number, position, and districts, +2. Yeah, we're working on the prereq there. Expedition has reached the destination. Sunken Wisdom. Hoping to refill their water supplies, the explorers head towards a lake. Sadly, the water transparency is deceptive as it contains a mixture of acids that even the best filtering process can't handle. Unwilling to attempt to drink such water, the party's about to leave when a red scaly creature suddenly bursts out of the water. For a split second, an abdomen marked with a protuberant silverish veins appears on the surface, before disappearing beneath the blinding reflection of the sun again. The explorers are intrigued by this unknown creature, but their thirst wears them out, and it's still not too late to look for some fresh water in nearby streams. What will we do? We'll explore the area. However calm the water looks, the creature seems to be hiding perfectly within the depths. While the explorers are searching for it, something else catches their attention. A turquoise glow seems to shine through the rocks. It is a familiar color that makes the whole party wonder whether there could be a tablet beneath the surface. Collecting it would require at least one explorer to stay underwater for a considerable amount of time, and the water's acid content can't be underestimated. We could have a roll and randomly succeed or fail, I assume, or we could come back with some tools. Let's not plunge somebody into the acid lake. We'll have to come back later. This place is brimming with opportunities, but we do not have the means to seize them. The exploration will come back later. Okay. Does it tell me? It sure doesn't. Okay. Remember, guys, 10 tools when we go back to the island. I'm definitely not going to forget that, right? You're saying we need bark. Are we out of bark? We sure are. Okay, come over here and let's harvest up some more bark. We're harvesting the rocks and let's prioritize those two. Yep, here he comes. We got Geshen. Geshen's on his way over there. He's ripping out resources. Let him rip, Geshen. Having handled acid, it takes time to cause burns. Depends on the acid, Wolf. When I was in high school, one of our classmates was the lab assistant for my IB chemistry class. I have no idea why she was allowed to do this, but she was diluting like 18 molar hydrochloric acid. I think it was 18. It was either 18 or 20 molar. And it spilled a little bit and it went down her glove. And so reflexively, she put her hand down to like stop the acid from going, down her arm. But she wasn't fast enough. So it went up and over the lip of the glove, down into the glove. And it gave her like a lightning bolt acid burn down her arm. And we literally were like 1 block from the hospital where they immediately rushed her over there after doing some first aid. And yeah, it burned her pretty darn good in about seconds. Unless you're saying that you volunteer to be the guy that we have jump in the acid lake. That also would be acceptable. Though they're often mistaken for animal remains in the past, these thorns are in fact part of the plant family, despite their bone-like appearance. Rip out gain thorns. Pooling kills the plant. Seed scattering and seeding injures citizens. If we rip them out, we get thorns. If we use a picker's cabin, we have a 50% chance of getting wounded if we try to collect barbed brambles. Expedition. Oh, sorry, expedition. Yeah, you guys return to city. There we go. 18 molar would not be able to exist in a natural lake. I mean, I guess it just depends how messed up this planet is. I think, does everyone here wear helmets? Now I'm questioning whether they do or don't. No, I don't think they're wearing helmets. Some of them have hats. Yeah, this guy's definitely bald. Yeah, they're just wearing like head protection, but it's not like a Atmos suit or something. 30 molars per year? I do not remember. I just remember it was pretty dang high. It was pretty dang high. Action available. What do you want? Are you telling me there's something else I need to explore? Oh, you sure are. All right. Oh, and something way over there too. And something hiding over here. What is that? Is that one of those whip gourds? Yeah, whipping gourd. Okay, yep, you can go explore those. Picker's cabin is empty at the moment. It can't really, I mean, we are just kind of maxed out. I really, I guess we could add one here. Tool production available. Unlock. Thank you. Okay, Next, we need 10 tools and some science points, and then we need 10 tools where we're heading. So we're definitely going to build a forge. Now, do you like forges in your area? Foundry, factory, extractor, forge. Yes, you do like forges in your area. Forge sounds like it would be near the warehouse. Okay, that would be out of range. This is in range. Sure. All right, build me that tool factory. Hiley says, well, got Claire Obscure on pause in another window, so I'm going to get back to it. Have fun. Well, thank you very much for stopping in, Hiley. Good to see you, man. Wolf says, I've handled high molarity sulfuric, which is dang nasty, but never got it on myself. I trained for HF, but never handled it. But like I said, I have no... Yeah, well, she had... I don't know the exact... She had gloves on, and like I said, she went to put her arm down so it wouldn't drip down the glove, but when she did, it went over the lip of the glove down into it. So I wasn't there when it happened. She was there during a prep period or something. Nice girl. Sucks she got burned. I mean, at least it's just like a visual thing on your hand. Like, it's not like you splashed on your face or something. Okay, expedition return. Your citizens have returned from their expedition and brought back new trades unlocked, and we gained 20 heritage points. Cool. Do we immediately head back out? I think we do. I think we immediately head back out, and we're going to go check out these two spots. So if I wanted to go here, we have some simple dishes. These are more, yeah, look at that. One of these is 4 capacity for 12. One of these is 4 for 4. Those are horrible. We really would prefer to send the cooked dishes. 2 destinations. Yes, start. You... Anyway, he should be heading out if I understand that correctly. Expedition in preparation. Okay, do it. All right, what's your problem? Waiting for builders. Me too, buddy. Me too. We actually don't have anyone free, is what that's telling me. You're still able to cook a little bit. Don't really want to turn my science off. I don't want to turn you off. Man, we need some population. Holy moly. I guess we take 1 scientist off. There's just nothing else for it. There we go. Yep, build that little foundry, buddy. Eric says, hey, Babel, to keep you in loop about the Steam hack, there wasn't one, and changing your system password won't do anything with the system that Steam uses. Yeah, it sounds like what they got a hold of was some of the text that you get when you get new temp codes sent. But I figured it was still a good PSA to tell people that, hey, you can go... you probably should be changing your passwords semi-regularly anyways. I went ahead and did it just because I hadn't changed mine in a while. I have 2-factor on, though, so I'm not too concerned. It was old temp codes and SMS. Yep. If it had been an actual hack, I probably would have added everyone on Discord just to get the word out. Imagine how much you would lose if you lost your Steam account. It'd be crippling, at least to me. Okay, now, once this is built, I'm still gonna have the same problem. I don't have spare people at the moment. Hey, we got 5 children, alright. Good job, team. Putting in the work. But what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to remove another scientist, I guess, so that we can have somebody work here. And we need a recipe. So we could do branches and water into tools, or we could do stone and water. Well, we have stone and we don't have branches, so we're gonna do that one. Input inventory. Output inventory. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, I think over the years, I had somebody got into my Diablo 3 account. I had that one. And then I think somebody got my password from the Guild Wars 2 hack. Luckily, I use unique passwords, so they didn't do anything. But those are the two that I think I've ever had actually get. Someone claimed to have hacked Steam and was trying to sell it for $5. Yep. Okay, we built the forge, we're building the tools, and then we need to build the outpost. So 10 tools for the tech, and then 10 more to go do our world map thing. Not that button. I want the map. World map. Okay, we're almost there. The hatted tree. Weavers often lie in the shade of the rounded canopy, working on fibers which has fallen to the ground. So if we rip them out, we get tree trunks. If we have an arborist workshop, we can gain soft fibers. Okay. Boy. 7.1 days to get one production cycle because I just don't have enough people. Village of the Dead. Spotting silhouettes in the distance, the party's enthusiasm quickly turns into deep unease. What they have taken for humans are actually scarecrows, made of straw, twigs, roots, and flowers. They're bent over gardens and sitting at dining tables like real people. Suddenly, one of the scarecrows starts moving. A female, about 6 feet tall and looking very much alive, is holding a cart with both hands, and an 11-year-old boy is by her side. Observe. The tall woman places shrubs and fresh fruit bowls next to the scarecrows. Meanwhile, the boy takes long wooden sticks and a bag of fiber out of the cart and starts working on a new sculpture. The explorers ask the boy what he's doing. He explains that the village is a funerary reflection of their village, a place where the dead can carry on their existence. When the woman calls out to the boy, he leaves behind 2 new effigies, an adult wearing gardening gloves and a tiny baby in his arms. What do we want to do? We can collect things from the plants, we gain resin and seeds, or we could leave it intact and gain 50 heritage points. Or if we had carbon bulbs, we could trade stuff. I guess we'll just take the heritage points. Happy to have discovered their neighbors' customs, the party turns back from their funerary piers, casting one last glance towards the effigy. Okay. And then here, we're going to send the expedition. So that side, I assume, is done. I don't think there's anything more we're going to be able to do there. Summer season, dry season. Temperatures are greatly rising, and lakes are drying up. Tents are not always able to properly shield their occupants, and houses should be prioritized. Okay. I would love to do that, but there's no way we can get there in the tech tree yet. We are really held up by these tools. In fact, I think we're going to even stop collecting food. I think we have enough. And I'm going to put another person here. That took it down to 3.6 days. That's much more acceptable. I can see Babble's playing the 2050 building simulation. Fair enough. We did find an acid lake. How you doing, bruh? Oh, do we have a sprout? We do! We have a whipping gourd! We have... Have we done that research? We're working on it. Okay. Oops. Games where escape closes menus versus games where escape goes directly to menu. Alright, we don't have any more mushrooms, so I'm going to take the cook off. And that'll give us another free worker. Drop them here. No, I don't think I do. Okay, one set of tools, and that needs to immediately go into our research tree, into our fair trade. We have just enough research. Unlock. Our explorers are in charge of storing the resources obtained from our neighbors and sending what we owe them in return. This building can be used for both tasks. That is here. Bartering outpost. Exploration. Is that one of these? Culture, social, well-being. No. Okay, 2 days. We need some more bark. Oh, you are a big boy. You're a big boy. Okay. I don't want to use up my good... This is like prime housing area, so I think we're going to stuff it over here. The living sculpture. When approaching what they thought was an antenna, the explorers discover a tangle of trees whose trunks and branches have been woven together to form some sort of small tower. However, the structure hasn't been maintained for a good while, and there are leaves and new sprouts altering it completely. The tower now tilts to the right because of its own weight. Suddenly, the explorers spot something shiny at the top of the structure, but the night is too dark and no one can identify what's up there. Alright, if we had some lianas, we could climb. We could go with no gear and we could leave empty-handed. We're going to leave empty-handed. 10 lianas. Yeah. We would like to return to city. Alright, so 10 lianas. So we need to go harvest some of this. So we would like to pull out 3, 6, 9, 12. Go ahead and pull that in, and then hopefully we'll have the 10 tools, and we'll be able to hit both of those spots. We have very little... Okay, I'm very concerned about that, actually. And we just literally don't have people. Oh, we need more bark. Okay, the bark's getting a little sketchy too. We have pulled that really far away. Prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. We got Pydian. Pydian's gonna go over there and check it out. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm starting to get thirsty. I'm starting to have poor hygiene. All right, Stinky. Where are you going? Oh, you're doing research. The orange hydra tree. Okay. You are not the guy I thought you were. I think I need to pull one of you off. I just need more workers. Okay, here they come. We've got Climotaph and Zola. What a couple. Climotaph and Zola heading out there to pick up the bark that we need. Bro says, I'm chilling at the moment, just enjoying my day where I don't have any classes. Always nice to have a day off. I remember those. By the way, I saw your comment on the Gold Adventure Gold one. Yeah, Whack Fu. I've never seen it, but I have seen the art style, and that's definitely what it reminds me of. Cool. We're back. All right. Do we have any tools? Plant resources, natural waste. We do have the tools. Okay. Do we have the vines? We have 6, so no, we do not have all the vines yet. Orange Hydra Tree. Orange Hydra Tree orchards are frequently observed in villages. They can be farmed for very low cost. If we rip them out, we gain tree trunks. If we water it, we kill the plant. If we have an arborist workshop, we can harvest it. Gain resources, ashy kernels. Some sort of food, I'm guessing. And we've got some decorations. We probably could actually use that, right? Signpost, street lamp, playground, shelf, cistern, workbench. I really am wishing that I had built this slightly differently. I thought we were going to move that right away. It's invigorating to see our streets so busy with volunteers eager to help their neighbors. Though this warms my heart, hard times loom ahead. On our last expedition, we encountered a group of analysts who warned us that a particularly harsh dry season is coming. We are far from ready to take on such a challenge. The temperate season is a chance for us to stock up on toxic water without having to waste time filtering it. Treatment can wait because the dry season certainly won't. Once we have accumulated enough water, we will be able to resume distribution. Okay, so Yeah, we do not have a lot of water. How can I change this? Okay, here we go. So I want you to limit to 0. I want this to be unlimited. I want this one. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Can I store both of the... am I changing everything or just that one? I'm not certain. We'll watch that closely. All right, so here, I guess we're going to let them finish this run, and then we're going to change our recipe. Oh, I can't. Okay, we need to unlock that purification basin. Also need to get some mushrooms. Okay, so 20 mushrooms. That's already a little worrisome. 5, 10, 15, 20. 2 purification basins. Now, we saw those here. We have what we need. Let's unlock that. 2 purification basins. Apparently it likes it to be near town, I guess. Sure, I suppose. So drop one there and one there. Okay, it's telling me I need more boreal rock. That's going to be these boyos. Give me that many. Okay, obtain 120 clean water. Okay, we're working on it. I still cannot change over to toxic yet. Okay, maybe I need to have this quest finished first. I just finished watching Gold Adventure Gold. All I gotta say is, not even in death are you safe from taxes. That's right, not around here. Even the ghosts that live in your attic, not just our attic, they live in our walls. Prime real estate. That's what I always tell spiders that come in here when I'm getting rid of them. I'm like, look, dude, when you start paying some of the rent, we'll have a conversation. But until then, no. I'm not sharing. I don't see a lot of people in the animated circle talk about Wakfu. It's such an underrated show, even with the terrible English dub. I know almost nothing about it. I know it's like a fantasy show. It's the French animation style that kind of like helps spark anime. I know that's grossly oversimplified. And I've seen like one clip of a character that was pretty cool. And that was about it. So I don't have a lot to comment on that. Okay, you want 1 employee. Don't we all? Don't we all? All right, what am I sitting on? Okay, we do have free people. So you want to have bad water, but I don't have bad water. Yeah, so there's no point in you being here. I guess we could drop another pontoon. I'm a little confused why they won't do that. Did I change the storage wrong? Toxic water, unlimited, if I'm reading this right. Clean water, remedies. Produced on the pontoon, produced by fungal sponge, harvested by some plants. Maybe we drop a second pontoon. I wouldn't mind having one just for later anyways. Sure. Oh, we need branches. We need 20 branches. So we're gonna need to rip some trees out. I do not want to rip out things near me if I can help it. I guess Oh, that feels really bad. All right, I guess we have no choice. So that's only going to give 9. Okay, so different amounts. All right, so these two together would give me the 20 I need. Wait, no, that's not going to work. I need to do the Arbalist Workshop to get branches. Arbalist Workshop. Textiles, healthcare, composting, sun awning, refrigerated houses. None of those are that tech. And to unlock these, I believe we need like tablets or something, right? Tapestry. I don't think we're going to be able to build that. It's a little strange. I really feel like we should have this recipe. There's nothing else I can really do on that, so just time. All right, here, did we get the things we needed? We're at 9. You gotta be kidding me. Did one of you guys mess up or something? All right. Harvest one more. Whipping gourd. Those among us who have never been tempted to grab the pouch of crystal clear water and poke through its membrane, only to be rebuffed by a quick whipping of its vines. One must not confuse the whipping gourd with a simple container. It's far more so a guardian. So, if we rip it out, we get clean water. If we use a picker's cabin, there's a chance that we get whipped. As you do. I think there's just nothing for it. We just need the water to come through. We're at 91. We need to be at... Okay, maybe it's not total stored. It's just produced that amount. Okay, let's go ahead and speed the game up, because there's not going to be a lot we can do until those things come through. So I'm waiting for that. There it is. Okay. And here, let's explore. We need to hit this spot, send expedition. We've used up... Oh, no. Oh, no. We've used up our dishes. So if we send that... Oh, do I not need to carry the resources? I guess not? Interesting. Okay, I would like to make it to 2 locations then. I thought we'd have to carry the tools and whatnot, but I guess not. That's handy. Expedition has been sent out. Okay, well, I'll just wait for them to show back. He pays rent by eating the bugs and such. Well, he's not doing a very good job, so he's fired. Why are you out in the middle of the lake, dude? All right. Is that a kid? Maybe that's a kid. Yeah, a child. Playing in the lake. We drink that toxic water, I'll have you know. Okay. Search with protective gear on. The diver seems confident her suit can protect her. Equipped with some mining tools, she manages to extract the tablet from the lake in less than an hour. I guess we go here. Because you're done. Go there. Yep. Okay. Yellow means we were done. I see. And get that sped up. I like the animation that they have on these buildings too. Yeah, make me those tools, boys. We do have 30 of them. Tools are essential in most advanced tasks. We have tools, and we actually have something called protective gear, too. All right, we are going to climb up. Once at the top, the explorers find a rusty old mechanism, which, despite not being usable anymore, could perhaps be given new life, plus 2 technological artifacts. All right, return to city. Ooh, hey, we can see another town over here. Oh, a couple more towns. Oh, a whole bunch more map. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yep, come on back, boys. Well, I don't think our lake is technically acid. It's just toxic. Got some delicious heavy metals. That sweet, sweet lead-flavored water. Okay, how are we doing here? 70 out of 120. Okay, let's just kick this in high speed. We need to trade some drinking water. And they want me to do that 4 times? Okay, done. Now we just need to have 40 more water. So we need 4 more cycles of this. Expedition returns, we gain the artifacts, we gain the tablet. Cool. Do we want to send them out again? I mean, no reason not to, right? So this area looks to have a lot of resources. That area has a tablet. Let's check this. So if we wanted to send you, we would need 48 say, yeah, this is going to be a big problem. We need cooked food, but I don't have the right resources to make more. Yeah, but I am going to send them. We will check that. 90 out of 120. Speed that back up. Expedition has been sent out. Cool, cool. Temperate season, 3 new children. All right, that does mean we now have some more adults. Okay, I would like 1 here. I'd like 1 here. I'd like 1 here. Okay, now we're staffing everything except for the kitchen, basically. At least to some amount. You guys are so bloody slow. I guess there's no reason to leave that thing going. We're not going to be able to do anything about it. We can use the thinnest thorns to create a bond between wood particles, thereby making planks. Branches and barks allow us to construct rudimentary buildings, but using planks will make these look neater and be more waterproof. To get some, several production methods are available. Maybe we need to look at some of our research options. Oh, here we go. Toxic water harvesting. We won't always have the time to draw clean water before dry season. We need to store water even if it's toxic. We can treat it later. Here we go. All right, we figured it out. That explains some. Levels of understanding. Unlocks special analysis to learn plants. That needs 70. I don't have that. Cooking time. Better knives. And we don't have those things. Sour pods and vegetables can still make satisfactory, simple dishes if our cooks improve their preparation. Yes, please. That uses heritage points. Excellent. Picking gear. Ugly fruit. Sometimes it will be difficult to tell rotten fruit from vegetable from an ugly but fresh one. We should train ourselves to develop a better eye. The seeding procedure tends to change from species to species. We must conduct special studies so that our pickers can seed the plants. Sowing. Rotten resources sometimes contain seeds. These could be sowed to get new sprouts. Let's train our pickers so they can use this technique. We'll take that one. And then up here, We could use thorns. We already saw that. Reduce the cost, maybe. Supply chain. We can design a supervision tower to identify supplies in need of transportation and assign specially trained carriers to do the task. This structure will complement the efforts of unassigned citizens. Textiles. Okay, arboriculture seems like it's getting to be needed greatly, and we have just enough points. 100, 150. Yeah, no chance on those. Okay, so we would like to build Arborist Workshop. Cares for trees from this outpost. They use mechanical arms to carry stumps. Okay, we have a big distance. Okay, so what you're telling me is we have things over here. This would get these little guys, which apparently are really easy to maintain. I think we're going to do that. So get it in as tight as we can. There. And then please give me a road. There we go. And we need more bark. We need 20 bark. Uh-oh. 4, 8, 12. Oh, that is all of those. I guess we have no choice. I hope we're not completely wiping that species out. Oh, we already have some. Okay. Cancel. Yeah, we'll just harvest 12. I don't feel quite so bad about that. Okay, also, just in time. Choose a recipe, dirty water. Is this just faster? Yeah, this is much faster. Okay, and then once we have some of that, apparently we use mushrooms as a filtration device to filter the toxic water. Got it. I'm waiting to see this go into storage. The fabled chamber. Our situation is dire. Our water systems are still quite rudimentary, and the quality of water evaporating is too high. The survival of all citizens is in jeopardy. A legend is spreading through the city, fueled by the delirium of the thirsty, or perhaps by despair. Some say a philosopher named Vastagol had her laboratory built in an underground chamber. Said chamber is said to condense humidity, thus fueling the woman's experiments without limits. Such abundance is nothing but a myth, but even so, many citizens are willing to risk their lives searching for it. The only way to prevent them from such a folly is to provide them with the water they need. We need to resupply and fast. Yeah. We sure do. We sure do. Okay, as soon as I see this get stored, we're gonna assign somebody to start cleaning. That sure looks like that says we have 0. Nope, but we're good. Okay, so we're gonna assign somebody here. We are gonna need 2 cycles of this before he's able to do that, but this is a much faster cycle. 2 days versus 4, yeah. Twice as fast getting it out of the water. Okay, also, arborist, right. We built you, we did not build you. Refusal. Since settling, our resources have run dry and become insignificant for our population. Some suggest rationing to make the food we have left last as long as possible, but others wish to contribute differently. A group of citizens has started to fast, refusing to take their rations so that others get full meals. These martyrs meditate to relieve the effects of hunger. Day after day, we see them become emaciated, sitting motionless near their homes. However admirable their sacrifice is, we can't let it happen. If our fellow citizens continue to refuse to eat, they will eventually starve to death. The only way to avoid strict rationing is to identify a new source of food before it's too late. Okay. Man, we are just falling apart. We are falling apart. Well, I'll tell you one thing we could do is we could bring a road down here. And we could drop another collection thing. So one of these, we could reach something like that. Drop a road. Produce enough. Okay, we're trying. Produce enough food. I feel like maybe I could also just add more. 3 available. Sure, we'll up the numbers here. All right, I need you to get done. Zone discovered. Forest area. There are 3 new destinations in this zone. One of the destination contains the following exceptional reward: reoccurring resources. Excuse me? We can go to one location. Antenna, Smoke Cloud, Inselberg. I think we're going to go to the antenna. That looks to be near the foresty area. Hopefully that will have those reoccurring resources. Alright, how are we doing here? 7.1 days. Okay, so it's very, very slow to do that. I really need a second pontoon. If I had 2 of these, I'd have one on clean water and one on the toxic water. Yeah, we're down to 20 water. Yeah, we're in some shrubs. I need you to get built like now. And then I need you to get me some branches. Neither of you give out branches. Well, that's a little awkward. That is a little awkward. Cave entrance. Entrance is still an unexplored cave that could potentially be filled with resources, such as stones or fungi. Are you telling me there's stones in a cave? Wow, this is science fiction. Alright, that does mean then I'm gonna need another one of these. And we can do it over here because we can harvest the branches from our trees. We can get the most trees. Probably down here. Sure. Gonna need some more bark. Have my bark plants started regrowing? 3 of them. I feel like the answer to that is no. No, they have not. Okay, here. Okay, let's add 2 people. We can do pruning and notching. Okay, pruning. We get the fiber, or over here we could get some ashy kernels. Okay, let's prune. Oh, I can catch all those. Interesting. Oh, I have to pick though. Okay, orange hydra tree, and then prune hydra tree. Hey, meow meow. Okay, had a bit of interest in this game, but that's just too stupid. Rocks and caves keep you from some semblance of reality. Sometimes you just have to suspend your disbelief, you know? It is a science fiction game. There might also be mushrooms down there. Just so you know. Okay, a whipping gourd. Okay, maybe we need to actually pull this out. As much as I would love to save these, we're in really dire straits for water. That's 23 water. That's 21 water. I think we're just gonna nab both of those. Short-sighted, to be sure, but we are almost completely out of water. Okay, we finished that one. Dry season's approaching fast. We need a cutting station. We need to unlock walking the plank. Let me slow this down. Cutting station. Okay, so research. Cutting station. I saw that earlier, didn't we? When we were, yeah, here it is. Walking the plank. Lumber mill. Branches and bark allow you to construct rudimentary buildings, but using planks will make them even better. Okay. Unlock that. And then apparently we're also going to need the refrigerated house. We need 5 planks to do that. Alrighty. So we want production, cutting station. And it does look like it wants to be linked to our town center. Let's drop it there. Looks like we're building another little side road here. There we go. Somebody hold that water, please. We are still in very dire straits. Especially if this disappears. And it is coming. It is a-coming. I'm not entirely convinced that this is faster. 7.4 days. I guess we end up getting ahead. Slowly we will. Fossilizer. A storm is raging. With close to no mountains around, the explorers are exposed to the risk of lightning. Searching for shelter, they follow the tracks left by previous travelers and reach a tower equipped with a lightning rod. Lit from inside, the building arouses the group's curiosity. The scientists enter a round hall, at the center of which lies a dome. A complex formula is carved on a nearby stone slab. It seems the central dome is a machine intended for condensing plant matter until it fossilizes and becomes a mineral. However, it requires a live storm and a large quantity of supplies to be activated. We could turn food into stone or branches and thorns. I don't want either one. Where's my no button? I guess we do the food? After about half an hour of treatment, the food dehydrates and turns into minerals. Oh, here we go. We could say no here. I mean, I guess we'll take that? Or no, that's not even that. Boo! I don't want to turn my food into stone. Boo! Okay, so you... We have enough satiety. Remaining satiety is 24. Don't have enough. Okay, yeah, 24 to get back home, essentially. That is unfortunate. Yeah, we really need cooked meals. Speaking of which, didn't we change a recipe up? I can't use the mushrooms right now. Okay, here we go. So if we have sour pods and vegetables, which we have some of both, and those are regenerating, plus a little bit of water gives us food. Yes. We have nobody available. Okay, let's take one off of here and add one here. We running 2 there? No, we're not. All right, we need some more kids to grow up. Cutting station is building, but who's going to work it? I think it might be time to turn off tool production. I don't love that because I feel like having tools is useful. But then again, this is going to take us to 70. Am I able to set limits here or something? I feel like there should be a way to do that. Prioritize, pause. I guess we can hit pause. Obtain 20 planks and build 10 stone houses. Can do, boss. Okay, select a recipe. Bad recipes. Very bad recipes. I guess we have some tree trunks, so I suppose we do that. Oh, wait. Tree trunks into branches. Okay, I misunderstood this. I see. I see. Okay, so if I do one of these... Yeah, we're going to have to do that to make some branches, and then we take the branches and make the branches into boards. That's not how you make boards, just for the record. We should just use the trunks and carve them, but sure. But I need somebody to do it. I guess we assign the last guy. Not much else for it. Also, I'm not quite sure how this sun evaporator is making clean water, because it should be leaving behind the toxins as the water evaporates. Unless the toxins evaporate more readily than water, I suppose. In which case, we should be breathing whatever that toxin is. Interesting. What is your problem? No citizen assigned. Sure you are. No, they were just doing something else. Okay, field laboratory. Maybe we could take this off. Maybe we could take him off for now. That gives us one free. I need somebody to walk around and move stuff. When my expedition gets back too, that'll free up three people. We have some more whipping gourds here. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay for food. It's water that I'm super concerned about. Yeah, we are really in trouble on that. All right, let's build another pontoon. I'm that worried about this. 5 out of 60. I don't know why that's so low. That's 25 out of 60. I don't even know what that is that it's telling me. Either way, I think we're going to build that there. Big number better, right? We're missing branches, but we're producing branches. Alright, and let's speed us up. We are making some actual meals now, slowly. Expedition returns. New trades unlocked. Some citizens got sick due to lack of supplies. Oh no. Oh no. Build more infirmaries. About that. Infirmaries, eh? I guess it's here. I guess we can do it, but the problem is I'm going to have to staff it somehow. That's going to be difficult. Again, I think we're going to have another district down here. So I want to build this in a spot where we can kind of double dip. So maybe if I put it like right here. What do you need? Just some rocks. We have rocks. We have 2 rocks. I'm not entirely sure we have enough. Let's harvest more rock. Giant fungus. Hey, another one's sprouting. Yay. All right, I think we're going to harvest this big boy too. I'm trying to be really, really, really careful so that we don't wipe something out, because I don't know if they come back. Okay, he is carrying these. Ashy kernels. Rich in organic carbon, this kernel naturally absorbs toxins from the human body. Hey, we can use it to make spices, yeast, and purifying remedies. Cool. Right, we're doing rock delivery. Let's speed that up a little bit. Pharmaceutical factory. Oh boy, here it is. Big pharma moving in. What do you want? 20 out of 60. Pitch in right here. Sure. We have 5 water, just for those you keeping track at home. All right, we have a pontoon, and pontoon number 2 is almost built. Now that I think about that, though, we also can... Yeah, I need to store that, though. 3 citizens. Okay, we'll put 2 in here. And I'm going to have them try to get... I think we're going to go for the bad water. As much as that is a little bit annoying. Adults, yeah. Total... Need those kids to grow up. Gotta get those kids to work. We're out of water. All right, you. We need to harvest you. One off. Of course, we need to assign somebody there. Oh my goodness. Okay, you have the cabbages. All right, I think. Oh, you're not even working. Dang it. I was gonna say I'm gonna pull some people off of that. I think we're pulling this one off. I'm gonna let them finish the current job. I need somebody to work at the infirmary. I mean, you picked fruit once. That's good enough to be a doctor around these parts. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're getting them healed. Is being healed is being healed. Okay, good. Also, that looks like we either have a giant zit or a giant, like, nipple coming out the top of the building. Just for those of you at home. That's a little weird. I will say the game runs exceedingly smooth. Not that I would expect it not to be, but... Alright, and we have... Pharmaceutical factory is almost up. I have nobody to do anything for it. Okay, you're out of water anyways. Stop working there. I have so many jobs that need to get done. What are you working on currently? Getting the stone. Okay, 3 collectors. I can afford to have less collectors. Let's put one person in here. Diluted purifying remedies. Or not, because I don't have any water. So, never mind. Alright, I need to staff this. Yeah, just get in there. We need water badly. And then we have another purifier. Have one citizen available. Do it. So, I guess it's more efficient to draw the toxic water, but then we have to spend extra to have people go out and... Yeah, he's waiting for delivery. Oh, no. Okay. One of you has to be a no on that. But we are struggling. It is the hot season right now. Did we ever finish that? We sure did. Choose a recipe. Take the plants and turn them into planks. And of course it needs water. I assume that these recipes need water because we're like giving water to the workers. Not that we are somehow combining branches and water and making boards out of them. Alright, we're gonna lose sound? No, we didn't. Okay. Just gonna double check myself here. Branch plus water grow into plank. You just submerge it in water and it swells up into a full 2x4. No one's working there. We're healing the last person. I think we're gonna remove the doctor once we're done healing. Boy, look at all those different wounds that they can have. We have a bunch of people who have weakness right now. I don't love that. Or at least I think we had some. Hey, 22 people. Okay, we got a couple more. First things first. We need full here. Second things second. We're good. Both of those are running. We have 3 available people. I think I just need some transport time. We pop over here again. Produces heritage. Yeah, we don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, let's take this. This, I believe, is like a delivery shop. But the thing is, this way I can assign somebody and then I won't have them accidentally get pulled off to do something else. 10 planks and 20 stone. Or, hear me out now, we don't build that because it's way too expensive. We need to build these new houses. So let's go get that unlocked. I still don't have the planks. Got it, got it. Alright, you. I need this to get done. I might even give you a second worker. That's how desperate I am here. $3.5 days. All right, let's speed that up. We have no complex food because we don't have the water. We have a lot of toxic water. All right, when you get done, I'm going to switch you to regular water. So we'll have one that'll continue to get us toxic, and one that will... Wait, my shrubs have completely withered. So much for berries in the desert. Quick to hide. Excuse me? Random quarrels talking to me? Maybe we're hallucinating. Thirsty citizens? No. My citizens are so thirsty. They're going to inappropriate websites. 2 clean water. Come on, buddy. Also, I need to keep an eye on our mushroom supplies because we're using that to filter the water. Let's grab a couple more. And okay, these respread. Let's grab a couple of those. Okay. We need to build 10 stone houses. That's the current job. And to do that, we need some planks. We've done the planks. Choose a recipe. Do we want... I don't know if we need trunks for anything else, so I think we're done working that building for a minute. For step 1, let's go unlock the house. Okay. Stone house, stone house, stone house. What's the difference? 3 by 3. We can fit 3 people. Okay, I think they're just aesthetically a little bit different. Okay, you're kind of a chunky boy. Okay. A little bit awkward based on where I have... Okay, so you move the tent. Move the tent. Wanderers. Since arriving in this area, we've concentrated on our immediate survival, putting all of our workforce into construction first, necessary buildings. Yes, yes, I have. However, some were neglected in that momentum, and they're now protesting. Those too young are not fit enough to work or confined to their house, or worse, their tents. Elders and children are spared the burdens of toil, but have to face unbearable boredom. A group of children, fed up with their isolation, set up a camp on a building site, forcing work to stop for safety reasons. No sooner had they been chased away, they returned to occupy another dangerous building. If we want to alleviate their boredom and keep them safe, the best solution would be to build places dedicated to children. Have a social of 4. Okay. Look at that lucky kid getting to play in the dirt. Man, how awesome was it when you were a kid and like your dad brought home like a truckload of dirt for like some project and you're like, yes, dirt pile. I know what I'm doing this weekend. Get out your shovels, get out your little construction trucks. My favorite was I had a sandbox. I would always take a hose and it was on a little bit of a slope, and I would take a hose and put it at the top, and then I would build like intricate waterways like canals and then like mud forts and stuff in it. That was always my favorite. All right, stone house. Look at this. We've got other things popping up. Okay, 3 out of 3. They need some social and some culture. Okay, so you guys are gonna get destroyed. Let's get those out of the way. All right, so we've got 2 done. We need 10. A little unfortunate here. I kind of didn't space for that. I thought the houses were the same size. So we'll move those two. And we'll build you. I appreciate that there's some different styles, but I kind of wish it would just randomate between them. And put one there. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. That we don't have enough planks. Okay. That means we need more. Choose recipe. All right, well, we can do this one twice more. We'll put 2 citizens in there. Very nice. Now you're saying I don't... Oh, I have no food. Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh my goodness, it's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. There. What else could I turn off? Okay, no more tools. No more tools. You also come down here and work. Science, we're scaling back the science. I need food. I probably need the hospital. We don't have the water for that. We're not running anybody here. Youch is all I can really say. Hey, Gamer Dog, welcome in. Was enjoying one of your older Dominion 6 streams before this. Which one? Out of curiosity. Let's slow that down a little bit here. Finished another stone house. Okay, you're waiting on that. We're waiting on planks. They're coming. While we wait... Staff that. Okay. Yeah, we have somebody who's hungry. That's not good. I feel like we need, like... Oh, now we don't have any... Okay, I need a delivery person. I have to have at least one. Oh, Tirnanog. Yeah, yeah. Boy, that is an older one. Those really good glamour troops from early age. Back when everyone didn't have iron to be able to use the iron weakness against them too. I like the EA stuff. Yeah, EA is still probably my favorite. I just like the mythical stuff. Thanks to our newly filled warehouses and water towers, citizens are gathering around distribution points, getting fully reinvigorated. The legend of the Chamber of Vestigal, the philosopher, who is said to have found an unlimited source of water, is back to what it always was, a skewed fragment of our history, incomplete and distorted. We gained 100 water. Yay! Alright, so we need enough food for some cycles, and we need a social of 4. Okay, what would give me some social? Food, health, knowledge, well-being? No, that's infirmary. A bunch of buildings I don't have would give us some social. Okay, let's go take a look. Sun awnings provide shade. Textiles, that's probably going to be relevant relatively soon. New food and... No. Our citizens toiled hard and deserve better than having to line up in front of sellers to get food. Let's build a high-capacity catering building so that everyone can satisfy their hunger. Unlocks new ways to increase culture and social. Composting, sun awnings... Public spaces. Okay, here we go. This could work. An outdoor lounge would do it for us. Social. Outdoor lounge. Oh, you have a small area. Oh, okay. All right, now we're starting to see things get tight. We'll drop that there. That'll cover those 4 houses. We'll need another one up here. Okay, I think we can speed that back up again. We have a little bit of food that just came in. I assume that by cooking that, we would also make it more efficient. Why are you... Hang on a second. Why are you not picking the cabbage? That's probably part of the problem, if I had to say. All right, with that and that, do we have available people? We have 2. One of you is going to be a cook. All right, give me that cabbage. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Technological, okay, we can pick those up, sure. Another whipping gourd. I think people like to see these, so I'm kind of leery about ripping them all out. But, well, our water's okay. We're up to 2, because we got the 100 from the quest. How are we on storage? Not the best. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. We'll pull one of these guys off when they finish their current cycle. So I think I'm going to keep stockpiling water for now until we get the storage a little more full, but I won't process as much of it. And we'll see if that can help a little bit. I love that they have this awning on the cellar that they open and close. Again, it just feels very Dr. Seuss, how they have these weird contraptions to do things. And we have the outdoor lounge. Have a social of 4. We're at currently 2. So I assume we just need to complete those houses, maybe? 50%. They could use some culture. Okay. Alright, come on, buddy. Finish it. He's done. Alright, you're out of there. Alright, that gives me another free person. We're at 8 vegetables. Okay, we've done all the trunk processing. Now let's go into more boards. I think I'm just going to leave 2 people on hauling duty. I have a feeling that we have a bunch. Yeah, 30 stones. What are you doing down here? A lot. I think the people working in the buildings are not hauling. I think they're only working. So that's what's causing me a little bit of problems here. New cycle. Summer season, 5 children born. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Well, there goes our lake. There goes our lake. What are you? You. No, not you. You. Anything we could do? Oh, we have another analysis we could do. All right. Give me 2 people in. Get that. Is that the only thing? I don't know why those are clickable now. Okay, nothing in the lake, though, which is kind of what I was hoping. Okay. Go discover for me. Why are you guys having problems? You say you don't have food. There's no food in the nearby storage building. Okay, yep. If you guys could please store food, that'd be nice. Alleged. Okay, you're waiting to eat. You know, I think we're gonna pull another person off of that. I really, really, really need people to move some materials around, apparently. I guess there's no reason to have you do this, right? You're not working, so all of you guys, you're off water duty. Get out there and move things around. Fast. Cabbage shrub. Surface analysis. As smelly as they are reliable, cabbage shrubs have always brought along... Oh no, have we read that? Moving one region to the next because they constitute a key cooking ingredient. Okay, that's literally the same piece of text. Heat has an impact on production speed. Sure does. Okay, we could drop another one of these. Sure. See if we can get that part of the quest done for the kiddos. We need to build 10 stone houses and we're at 5. What is your problem? You need another bark. We need that so we can just harvest branches and we don't have to keep making them. That's actually kind of causing some labor problems. Wanderer success. Children wandering the city have now access to some stable places. Benches and tables have been installed so that everyone can meet and play outside without disturbing the citizens at work. However, all of this is still rather rudimentary. When we have more resources, we should set up a sophisticated meeting place as well as road networks to connect the houses. He's got one of those little spring horsey guys. Okay. Wait, we just got 5 citizens for completing that quest? That's amazing. Okay. Science! Make the science happen. And the boards. Alright, we're still low on food, but I have a feeling, yeah, we just took a bunch into here. So, I'm not sure this is actually increasing our food, though. Because we're taking 20 food, and we're turning it into 10. But are these just... This salad prevents waste of raw ingredients, but leaves one rather hungry. Plus 12 satiety. Plus 4. Okay, no. We're getting a 50% increase in satiety. So 4 and 4 is 8, and we're turning 8 into 12 with some additional water. Okay, that is fine. We did another surface analysis, which didn't really tell us anything. I guess we get a tech point for doing that. I'm not sure why else we would care. One of the meals for my family of 3. Well, I guess I'll have to make do. We're working on it. We're working on it. Quit rushing me. Food is on the way. Pick. Not the stuff that's gonna hurt us. Apparently that is in the way. You clever little, you cheeky little beakies. They planted themselves where I would hurt myself if I harvested. Yeah, get that one. Yeah, look at this. We've got this basically harvested. Actually, when I pick that, it only lets me pick one harvestable resource, right? So I can do this, and then I just pick Devil Bush. Yeah, that's fine. 9. Alright, that's good. That complex food, though. How many people are free? We got tons of people. More chefs, please. We need to get this up and running because now we can make the food more efficient. That'll help a ton. Yeah, 10 out. Go store that. Now you guys go eat that instead. And we got some more analysis. I don't know why it's having us do these surface ones again. That feels kind of pointless if we've already done the other investigation. All right. Can we slip in a pharmaceutical person? I'm going to try. We only have 1 recipe, and we only have 5 of them. I would sure like it if we could maybe get 1 more batch. And to do that, we're going to need some more mushrooms. Let's get that many. Summer, go away. It's too hot. All right, so we're at 6 houses. Let's continue working on that. So I'm gonna move. That was destroy. I guess that's fine. Move. Move. I'm trying to do this without making people go homeless. Okay, taking the houses. Wow, all that movement, I only fit 1. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. If I would have realized that these were 3x3s, how cruel of a trick is that? To have the initial building be a different size. Okay, you're saying that food is too far away. You know what? Just forget it. Just destroy those tents. We'll rehouse them here momentarily. Can you recycle supplies? Well, I mean, when summer ends, I'm assuming the water will come back. So I don't really want to pull them out. If we destroy it, I don't know if we get resources back. Did the lake evaporate? Yes, it did. We're in the summer dry season. Minus 20 water, plus 20 heat, whatever that means. It's hot and dry. Speaking of which, we're in a big drought where I'm at again. We actually had good snowfall and good rain over winter, but we're in a deficit from the previous 3 years. So, like, our local reservoirs here are at like 30%. 30%. And it's only the beginning of May. And it hasn't even been hot here yet. We had like 2 days that were hot. It's gonna be another fiery, smoky summer, I have a feeling. Hopefully they can try not to burn my internet down. That would be really appreciated, actually. Okay, now, because I can reuse this lounge location, I think I'm going to put some houses up here, but then we can't reach the food. So I think we're going to have to go down here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I need 2 more houses. Do one of those. And one of these. Kind of sort of awkward, but it is what it is. All right, we're making some purifying remedies. Infusions and tinctures whose fragrances are unmistakable. These purifying remedies hide a variety of complex chemical reactions. Heals intoxication. I don't know if that's particularly good, but we're going to be able to heal intoxication. And I want him to stop. Like, there's got to be a way I can tell them. Yeah, like, no more of that, please. That's going to use up all my mushrooms. All right, now we're a little bit stocked. I do kind of want to leave this if I can. So if anyone gets sick or something, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we need another board. That is super unfortunate. We still don't have this done. What the heck? Are you delivering? I don't think you're delivering. Choose a recipe. Okay, we could do that. We'll do it this way. There it is. Okay. I need to get this last house down. So we have a little bit of social. We need more. We have no culture. Let's go. Well, no. Let's wait until we finish the house. I want to see what the next mission is before I go spend research. Then again, we're sitting on quite a lot of it. Good thing Babel play this game because of the trajectory of the temperature continues. This game is going to be real life. I mean, at least the buildings look cooler. Like where I live, everything they build nowadays is like kind of this like beigey, muddy look, light brown beigey color, and it's just like a giant square box with like no interesting features whatsoever. It's the most boring architecture you've ever seen. Okay, science is happening. We still have no more water to collect. We are collecting. Okay, would you guys build this? What is here? Would you prioritize this? I need those branches. Priorities. See, even the game agrees. Each day, more and more people come to us, asking us for supplies. Naturally, we do not want to turn anyone away, but we're forced to weigh the urgency of each request while others wait in line. However, by the time we're able to come to the aid of those who need or deem less urgent, their situation will likely have deteriorated. To handle all requests quickly and fairly, we must invest in research so that we may upgrade our treatment center. Okay. 20 soft fibers. I feel like we have that. I guess it just wants me to collect 20 more, not have 20. 1 Hall of Wisdom. Hall of Wisdom. We need this apparently. We need 40 simple dishes. Uh-oh. And we need some heritage points. We need some heritage points. Mm. Here we are. This thing. Soft fibers, sure. That's going to be Hall of Wisdom. Community assembly in charge of evaluating living conditions and improving them, be it via civil engineering or human science projects. Ah, we can't reach the middle. Yeah, this is a worrisome. Oh, look at that. Got a little guitar or a little sitar looking thing. After a long journey marked by urgency of survival, our city is now experiencing a real desire for everyday rituals. One of the elders took the initiative to transmit hospitality traditions of old, a whole set of practices regulating the preparation and consumption of food. However, they and their disciples need a building for those ceremonies, which for now remains purely theoretical. These customs are particularly interested in our explorers as they define a certain social structure contributing to establishing friendly bonds between people. We should take advantage of this sudden interest in the ceremonies to build a hospitality building and go meet our neighbors in the surrounding areas. Have a culture of 4, have knowledge of at least 8. Okay. I think we're going to have to take this tree out to fit this. Because I need it to be in range of here. Can I upgrade you somehow? Social max. That's not what I need. Okay. You. Very unfortunate, but we are going to take you out. This thing right here, I'm going to move you. You're kind of in the way at this point. Move up there. Alright, and this tent needs to go. So if I have 10 of these houses, 3 people each, that's 30 housing. So for now, I can delete these, but you're not in range. I'm going to need some more houses because we have 5 kids. So I'm going to need an additional 2 houses at minimum. Let's just immediately queue those up so I don't forget. I guess... Oh, this is out of range. Okay, that's in range, but out of range of the food. Okay. Let me come back to that in a second. Let me plop... Not you. Let me... Oh my goodness, where are you? You. Okay, I gotta wait for that building to get deconstructed. Alright, now... Oh, there's... Oh, and now there's a gourd in the way. Alright, get rid of the gourd. Yeah, modern architecture is so boring around here. I mean, not that I was alive in the days, but I miss the days when, like, buildings were meant to look really cool. Like, Claire Obscure had all those amazing Art Deco buildings. We have one building here in town that's original, like, that time period, and it looks so cool when you go in there. Alright, we need more bark. We need 20 of it. 17. Let's go a little higher. 20 soft fibers. Are you not getting soft fibers? Like, what's going on here? Is that not what you do? I feel like that's what you do. Yeah, you're getting soft fibers. Are we just not delivering them? Like, what's going on here? Okay, there it is. We just didn't deliver them. Alright, Hall of Wisdom is going in. Okay, you are really in my way. If I destroy you, I feel like everything here could be stored. Let's get rid of you. You are no longer tenable where you're at. My bad on the planning around that. Hopefully those things can be stored properly. Okay, drop that in there. Houses. Yep. Do we want to turn on sticky keys? No, why? No. Okay, hang on. I have the hotkey off. Why would you possibly come up? I literally have that hotkey disabled in Windows. Would you like to disable this hotkey, which you already have disabled? Yes, I guess. I would. Now that our cellars are no longer empty, food is once again available on a self-service basis to everyone's discretion. The volunteers who sacrifice their rations to feed others are finding it hard to believe that their suffering is over. They will have to readapt slowly so they don't suffer any undesirable effects, but within a few days, the hungriest should be back on their feet. Nice. You love to see it. All right, we're building the Hall of Wisdom, and we need the points from that to figure out civil catering. Damn kids, all they do today is goof off and play inside. They don't even pay taxes. We could add a child tax. You're just not thinking taxi enough, bruh. In fact, yeah, 34. House capacity is 34. And you know what? We could sure fit one right there. Let's just do it. And you. We need to not be using bark for this. I mean, what I really would like you to do is be using branches. Let's pull you out. We also had another building. I don't remember what you were in here. The assignment tower. I would like an assignment tower. This way we can actually host people, and their job will be to haul, and then I don't have to worry about accidentally taking all my haulers off. The hotkey insists upon itself, yeah. This hotkey both enables and disables this hotkey. There you go. All right, getting some spare housing. Getting our huge Hall of Wisdom. Okay, this pharmaceutical plant is another one that could possibly be moved. I don't know where, I guess here? Sure. Let's move you. No more chemical fumes in the middle of town. That gives me some more building space. Alright, we got 3 people in the Hall of Wisdom. Production of heritage points. Basic production, +1 per citizen. Or +1 per day per citizen. Okay. And how much do we need? 80. And we also need 40 water, which you're telling me I have no water? Why are you not working, friend? Because we have no mushrooms. This is the problem, I would say, with filtering the water. Big mushroom. Because as soon as we ran out of that, our water turned off. Temperate season. Hey, wait, time out. Our water's back. Our water's back. Make me some fresh water. And you know what? For now, I'm going to have you do fresh water too. There we go. Tower of Assignment sounds like it would fit in some dystopian 1987. I remember when I was a librarian, I read a book called, I think it was called The City of Ember. And the basic premise was there was one town and it was in like this cave. And that was all the people in the world, according to what they knew. And like when you graduated from school at like 10 years old, they did a random drawing of what your job would be, and that's what you had to do. That's how it was fair. So maybe you luck out, maybe you don't luck out. Okay, make that water quick, guys. We're in a little bit of a trouble here. Pharmaceutical, yeah, move that factory, that's fine. I don't want to work that at the moment. We're at 75 heritage points. I said 80, I believe. So let's speed it up here. We're also doing okay on food. Maybe it's time we could get out and about again. I have 4 people available. I could. Maybe I better not. How are you not done? You are literally killing me. 19 out of 20. Do they literally somehow manage to use exactly all the bark every single time? You need 1 bark, and I'm harvesting you 15. Okay, there's our 80. We will take this. I can't because we don't have the queen water. Ah, yeah. Thirsty as. Alright, give me full speed ahead, game. I almost feel like I want another one of these, but there's just no way I can afford 4 more people to work on that. I mean, this just goes to show like how important it is to have some sort of passive water, a well, rain catching, some sort of evaporation system, something that doesn't require people working on it. All right, let's unlock that. So we have the canteen and we have the tea bar. Social area. Social area. Okay, both of those are good. Both of those want planks, which makes me sad. Build 1 observatory square. Observatory square. All the way over here. We need 10 somethings. Bricks. Uh-oh. Bricks. Bricks. Textiles. I swear we saw those at some point. Creation area. Preserving knowledge, artistic, sound, foundry. Maybe. I swear we saw bricks at one point. Better knives. It's easy to get hurt by the strange plants inside the city. Instead of having bare hands, our gardeners should use some tools. Maybe. And there's no search button here, unfortunately. Awning tapestries. Okay, obviously not there. Art. Autonomous garden. Produces spice and yeast. Maybe. Compost injection. Magnetic theory. Plant reintroduction. Plant nursery. Irrigation canals. Public fountains. Securing the caves. Weather forecast. Oh my goodness, where are these bricks? I swear we had like a foundry or something we looked at one point. Agriculture. Open circuit air cooling. Here we go. Sand. Lower ground. Sand is more useful. Woodworking. Beauty of the world. Absorb particles. Blank paper. I'm not entirely certain. All right, let's just start going in that direction. We've got you. Oh, I can't because we need the bricks. The brick requires sorting and polishing process before reaching their final state, but they make neat and clean walls. Made at the forge, made at the sand factory. Game, you gotta help. You gotta help me out. I'm streaming. I don't have any IQ at the moment. Pool production. pretty certain it's not up there. Desert. Cantina. Looking for the foundry. No, forge or sand factory. Forge or sand factory. Forge or sand factory. Sand gliders. Ooh. Education, paper. Watering, advanced technologies. Yes, I agree. It definitely needs a search button. Sand extraction. I feel like this is really close. But that is not it. I mean, that can't be it. Decipher a tablet? No, that's something different. I know what that is. Yeah, we've already checked these. I've got all this unlocked. Unlocked special analysis. I mean, that'd be cool. We're looking for the forge or the sand extractor. We've got those. I keep coming back to that because I feel like it should be right there. I know we read sand extractor because I commented about it at one point. I mean, I guess we could unlock that. Green water. I can't get there though, can I? That is the next district. This is what we really need because we're kind of out of space at the moment. Forge. Let's double check. Maybe I'm being dumb and we've already got it or something. Resource production. We already have it. Forge. I am being dumb. Choose a recipe. We don't have it. So it's got to come off of this. Okay. Try this again. That building. Food storage, analysis. Housing, lake, water, lumber, exploration. Okay, it was the tool production building. Okay, that's what was killing us. I bet you one of these is going to let me make bricks. Thorns, breaking. Well, maybe not. All right, well, let's unlock that. That is a different thing. Okay, then we did find, where was that sand building? Sand extraction, I guess? Am I able to just... No, of course not. So to get there, I need to go this way. And to get that, I need 10 bricks. I don't... No. I guess we need to go find bricks somewhere else. Because I can't get to that other technology at the moment. Oops. Yeah, so I think no choice. We're gonna have to do some exploration, I guess. We have two places we could explore here, or we could open a new area. Let's open this area. Send expedition. Simple dishes. One destination, two destinations, three destinations. Start. All right, we need to find bricks. We need to trade them. We need to get them. We need to something them. Because apparently I need bricks to be able to make bricks. It's like Dwarf Fortress. You need a anvil to make the anvil. Canteen. Once we have some wood, we could do that, or some boards. Waiting for the arrival of resources. I bet you are. Ditto here. We're still at 19. Did nobody go harvest those? We are definitely harvesting those cinder sprouts, which do give us bark. Who is using the bark? Somebody's eating bark in town or something. We're still at 19. I don't understand where that bark is going. What are we crafting? We're not using bark in our food. Not using bark here. We're not trading anything. We're not working our forge at all. Bricks. Refined product. Brick requires sorting and polishing process. Made it forge. Made it sand factory. Doesn't tell me where to get it. I wish I could click that and it would just take me to the research screen. 3 new destinations. One of the destination contains the following reward: a tablet. Okay, we should be able to afford to do all 3 of these. And that way. All right, let's take one more look. If it's a refining project, it's got to be this. So we need resin, actually. Okay, I see. This is the thing that unlocks the brick. I don't know why, but that yellow was confusing me. We have the science points, we don't have the heritage points, and we need some resin, which we can get at the arborist workshop, which is the building that we're just refusing to build. Okay, at least I'm on the same page now. You guys, we have 2 people available. I'm gonna pull, yeah, I'm gonna pull 2 of you off. I think those must just be sitting somewhere. Oops. Hey, Wolf. Unsuccessfully dealing with Comcast. Isn't that great? How's your night? Well, we're doing okay. I have no reading comprehension, but I mean, that shouldn't surprise anybody. Yeah, it can be incredibly frustrating trying to get in contact with those companies. My internet provider, I have no problems with. It's been really good, actually. My brother, who lives not too far away, he went to sign up, and he's like, look, I want just your basic internet package and nothing else. Yep. Okay. I want you to understand, I only want the basic internet package. I don't want phone. I don't want anything else. No TV, nothing. Yep. He gets his first bill. They signed him up for everything. He was so furious. He was so furious. Because he made it a major point of like, I don't want anything except for internet. The Almanac. Smoke rises from the windows of a soot-black cabin. Inside, the explorers discover a technician fighting a noisy machine that snaps and creaks at regular intervals. After a while, the technician gives up. She says the machine is a press and that she's hoping to print a survival almanac for the nearby villages. She wants to teach other people how to find underground springs or distinguish toxic mushrooms from those that filter water. Now, she needs some paper to print her almanac, some resin for the ink, as well as the necessary tools to repair the machine. Well, we can give her the fiber. To give us 9 simple dishes. Yes. Okay, we'll check that out. Yep, that sounds exactly like the problem my brother had, Wolf. He just canceled, though. Yeah, I definitely think either a search button or, like, from that menu that we were on, just being able to click it and just take me directly to the tech tree, like, at the spot. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem once you know where it's at, but yeah, it's just frustrating. Well, we had to give her the fiber. She's gonna burn it as incense. I don't... You guys, like, seriously, I really, really need this to be prioritized. I feel like they're doing anything except for that. Now, you're a picker's cabin. Alright, let's go harvest some more. And I guess I'm just gonna need to stare at this and find out where it's going. We'll speed it up here. try to catch them when they walk out that direction. Okay, okay. Incoming, incoming. All right, he has it in hand. Takes it to the warehouse. The warehouse has 24. Warehouse has 29. Somebody should bring some down here. $29 sitting here. Bringing some berries around. Expedition has reached its destination. Tea room. Searching for a place to rest the night, our travelers stop in front of a shabby tea house. Despite looking abandoned, the owner comes to greet them. Her kindness does not hide the fact that her tea is very much diluted, and the sun rays creep through the holes in the roof. I'm sorry, she says. Our parents haven't come back to trade with us for the last season, and we don't have enough materials to repair our walls or improve our tea. Maybe the exploration party could trade some resources with the treehouse owner? We could give them bark? No. Or rocks? Yes. Okay, so what this is doing is it's opening up new trades at our trade depot. I understand this screen now. So that's like the repeatable resources is what that is. All right, head over there. Still at 19. I'm just saying. I don't have enough builders is what this is really, really needing. We have way more food than we need. Let's cut back on food people again. You're at 1. Take you down to 1. I need somebody to be the hero and go build that building. Can you go full RimWorld in this game and give your citizens peg legs? No. It's very hands-off on the citizens. I can assign them or unassign them to buildings. I can frustratingly watch them purposely not build this building, apparently. Pause. Unpause. Priority. Oh. Okay, he liked that I paused it. He liked that I paused it. Okay, apparently that reset whatever was causing the logic problem. Expedition has reached its destination. Ephemeral tales. Although nocturnal illuminations are rather rare on the explorer's track, today the sunset shyly unveils an orange glow of a collection of torches. Huddled in a semicircle near the lake, the villagers make way for the newcomers. A decanter containing some fresh infusion is passed around before the mere-masked storyteller approaches the audience. One by one, the storytellers take on the role of a child with different bodies and ages. The universe offers her 3 new lives, filled with torments and friendships that die almost the moment they are awoken. However, the child remembers her short-lived friends, and in her final moments, she manages to pay tribute to these girls about whom she knows so much and so little. After the show, the gap between the audience and the storyteller closes in. The artists place wooden beads on the surface and sharpen their chisels. The explorers also wish to hear the popular tales and remember them with the pictogram-carved necklaces. Trading stories would honor their tradition, although the party could also use its speaking time to convince the storytellers to join the city. We could talk about discoveries, we could tell a tragic tale, or a hopeful tale. We'll do a hopeful tale. The storytellers have already heard a lot of speeches like this one. Naive promises that only lead to deception and even death. They will not join us. How dare you be optimistic? You should be sad and grumpy like us. Harumph. Alright, and we are... We actually have plenty of sadity. We go back to that one, apparently. Alright, who's building this? Finally! Oh my goodness. I've been stuck on this longer than I was stuck looking for the bricks. Who is the hero that managed to bring the resource? I think. Who are you? It is Poliro, hero of the people. Alright, now I need you to notch. And I guess we're going to do all 3 of those. Now, just to double check, we check our knowledge article. This is the sunshade tree. We don't know about notching this thing, but there's nothing for it. I just need this stuff. So hopefully it doesn't kill them. And okay, it just made him go smaller. That's 5. I believe I said we needed 10. That's 10. Okay, now with those, now we can do it here. Unlock. Okay, now we can make the bricks. Now we need the 10 bricks to do that. Okay. Over here, assign one person, choose a recipe, bricks. Stone and resin equal bricks. Okay. Let's go collect some more stone. We are mighty low on mushrooms, I'm also noticing. Here's some. Okay, next, resin. Okay, we can reach those too. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my shade, but I don't really have too much of a choice here. I need the resin. Okay, our first set of bricks are being worked on. We need 5 resin. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright, let's go check that out then. $344 water. Alright, I'm going to take one of you. When you finish, I'm going to switch you over to toxic water. And we'll start storing some. I see we have the summer season in another 2 seasons. There we go. We'll start filling that up. Probably should drop... Well, I mean, we're not even to a quarter, right? We're barely at a quarter storage. Building another's not going to change that. Yeah, not having, like, rain collectors really sucks. That's painful. I don't think we're... No. I really, really, really would like to assign more people there, but I just don't think I can swing it. We're also not getting any branches. Are you able to... We could prune. Can I prune you guys and harvest that? Or am I going to end up, like, killing you? Let's see what he does. He's pruning this one, but this is one we haven't been harvesting. Waking Nightmare. The explorers approach a huge tree they spotted from the hills. They hope to collect some bark, branches, and fruit. However, when they arrive at the grove around the tree, they feel a persistent gas fill their lungs. They find themselves feeling confused and start thinking they can see giants with legs projecting sharp shadows amongst the trees. Many flee the danger, and soon enough the party's objective is all but forgotten. We'll take some remedies. Luckily, our purifying remedies neutralize the effect of any subject external to the human body. However, they make the patients vomit their hearts out. Oh my god, vomit your heart out? I've heard about stomach, but your heart? Despite feeling unwell, the explorers have to carry on with their mission. 15 resin and 17 seeds. Very nice. The explorers quickly collect all they can to forget the humiliation they just suffered. Yeah, we got humiliated by a tree. Okay. And we are full up, so we are actually going to return to city. Alright, now you. I want to see what you do with these other smaller trees. Okay, I think he's going to refuse to harvest those. If I had to guess, until they regrow. That's fine. If I could get enough branches... 9. So we could get another set so I could build this Then I wouldn't have to worry about the haulers all the time. Other than that, where are we at? We still need more heritage points, which is this. Not a lot I can do to speed that along, really, so that is what that is at the moment. We're at 43 people. I feel like we could have more houses. Let's do that. Let's get... Well, no, it's going to need wood, which I don't have. Yeah. Okay, we just got to chill for a minute. Nothing for it. Yeah, I wish I had gotten this up sooner. I didn't realize... Yeah. We could have been collecting branches sooner. Also, it would be nice if I could start planting some more trees. Like, we need to industrialize this farmland. This hunting-gathering thing isn't working for me. Food's doing okay. We really could use more vegetables. I mean, he's working on it, basically. Yeah, so really, it's waiting on this, and I gotta remind myself again. 150. Alright. Let's go in fast motion here for a minute. Huzzah for polio, not to be mistaken for polio. Yeah, I don't think anyone's cheering for polio. High molarity acid. I'm not sure that's how that works, actually. Some extra water for irrigation might help. Goodness knows we're struggling with that, though. Okay, here's some wood coming out. I would absolutely love it if you would take that and go build this. In fact, let's prioritize that just to make sure. And once that's in, then I can stop worrying about micromanaging my haulers. Then I would just need to take somebody off if we need building. Nitric acid is precursor to some fertilizer. I assume for nitrogen enrichers, yeah. I mean, we really should be building some sort of, like, algae pool or something. And eating algae. Among our citizens, we have a family counting 4 generations of arboriculturists. Like many others, they had to leave the orchard that used to feed them before it withered. Since their arrival, they have suffered from a lack of common spaces and road networks. Being separated in several smaller houses, they hardly see each other anymore, and their great-grandfather's psychological state is deteriorating due to isolation. They're thinking about going back to their old orchard where they could live together, but are unlikely to be able to provide for their needs. This family is but one example of a general trend. Many families and groups have been split up by our city's failings. We should act before some decide to leave. Have a social of 14. Okay. 1 cycle remaining on rules of hospitality. Have culture 4. We have no culture. Alright, let's see what we could do about that. Canteen needs wood. T-bar needs wood. Okay, I mean, this would be vaguely useful to me. We could put it over here, and then we could fit in a couple more houses. Maybe. Sure. We'll do it. And you, of course, need wood and fiber. Fiber is easy. The wood sucks. He's making some, though. He's making some. Ooh, okay. A lot of things. So give me 4 haulers. Let's start with that. And you know what? With that many people free, I'm going to go whole hog here. Get the boards. All right, what else did we need? We needed culture and knowledge. Okay, we got plenty of knowledge. Culture's coming. This one wants social of 14. Yeah, we could use some more social. Table? Sure. Success, rules of hospitality. Thanks to the general craze for hospitality ceremonies, we now have new places dedicated to them. The hard work of our scientists and cooks have also helped contribute to our culinary specialties, with the fruit and vegetables available in these new buildings. We are starting to retrieve the knowledge we'd lost, and we are adapting to our new environment. This project has allowed us to strengthen the trust our citizens put in us. We gained some points. Here, build a table. And then build other table. Okay, canteen. Alright, so you do not serve raw food. That is something of note. Fine, fine. Alright, here, have a housing capacity of 50. We need the observation square. Where are we at on that? We're still waiting on... No, we're done with that. And then we also need this thing. Irrigation canals, apparently. We'll unlock that too. So here, observation square is what they want me to build. Not you. Not any of you. Observation square. Not soil strategy. Okay, so I think we build these and then we can upgrade them. So this is going to give me a new district, essentially. Do we know what the observation square does? And I think the answer is no. I assume it's going to do science? Question mark? And we could move some of our science buildings over here? Alright, we need this guy gone. Sorry, Watervine. You're in the way of progress. Eating just vegetables and fruit suck. Where are the cute animals? I think we saw a bird once. Maybe there are no more animals. You're just gonna have to eat the bugs, bruh. Get you some mutant cockroaches in here. Yeah, there's a bird right there. Okay, upgrade. And this wants an observation square. So we currently have a display. What do you do? Allows artisans to better organize and crafting and distribution of goods. Number of positions in district buildings. Okay, so it opens up extra jobs. Okay, I see. So we're specializing the district. We can build whatever we want, but the specialization gives us more jobs. Got it. Observatory Square. Open air observatory that encourages curiosity and sharing of knowledge. It will strengthen the development of science. I got it. We also can move over some of those water things. So we need 10 boards. That's you guys. And you need 19 more branches. 10 more branches. Okay. Give me the speed. Ground bug, ew. Water bug, though, yum. They swim in their own waste, bruh. It's the same thing with fish. Man, I could go for a good salmon, though. Thanks for making me hungry. Alright. I think we're gonna try to get this last thing built. We're kinda out of time, but I wanna finish with that, so... I thought you were delivering more branches, but you sure didn't. Okay, I think I see branches. Maybe? No. How we doing, buddy? We getting those branches? I think he's basically waiting on the trees to grow. We have the bricks already, so that's already done. Okay, they are chilling. Is salmon cheap where you live because of all the salmon swim? Salmon used to be affordable. They're not anymore. They're ridiculously expensive. Even the stupid farm salmon is expensive, and it's nowhere near like a wild Alaska salmon. Not even like remotely the same. Like the wild ones have a more oily texture, but it's like a really good oil. Like you get those omega-3 oils. They're so good. And they're you can tell the difference because like farm ones are like white or barely pink, whereas like the wild ones are like dark pink, almost into like a brownish beige color. Oh, they're so good. Barbecue one of those. Oh, those are so good. I'm about to make you more hungry. I'm gonna do Korean style fried chicken, complete with ginger, brown sugar, red and white garlic. It's gonna be a feast. Well, it does sound pretty good. Okay, let's upgrade to our observatory. And then we can move. Move. Here. I'm curious to see how this is going to function. Then we'll probably call it there. What I want to know is, does this actually give me more jobs here? Because if I'm understanding this correctly, that's what it should be doing. Wait, are we overpopulated? Not sure if we are or not. Alright, come on, builder. Build me that reservoir. Want to buy some smoke rainbow? Oh man, not last summer, but the summer before, a friend gave my family some wild caught salmon that he had smoked himself. Oh, it was so good. Okay, this did not increase the number of jobs here, so I still did not understand something about that. But that will be for another time. So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like if you would. Leave a comment if you'd like to see more. I'm a little on the fence on this one. I'm enjoying it well enough. I'm not sure how interesting it is to watch. If it's just low reception, then we'll just move on next week to something else. If people want to see more, I would like to finish out the mission. I do like to complete things in sets, so I will just have to make a call on that. Other things, they were late. I guess they got bombarded, but I did get a code for Deck of Haunts, which is something we checked out in Steam Next Fest a while ago. I may stream that a night or two. We'll see. I'm kind of curious to see how much it progressed between then and release. So that's another possibility. And of course, I've just got a billion other things that we may or may not get started on. I have a whole bunch of like long-term projects. Like this is not in any order, and this is not a promise I'm going to start them anytime soon. But I'd like to do an X4 run. I'd like to do a Kinchi run. And I'd like to do a... I lost whatever the other one was. Several very long-term plays. But, like, when we start those, that's like month of streaming or something. So I'm kind of biding my time until my schedule's a little bit cleaner than what it currently is. Cooking used to hate it, but then I couldn't cook to save my own life, but now I'm grown to appreciate my own hard work. Well, there you go. Awesome that you can cook stuff you like. Okay, that is going to be it for me, though. Like I said, I appreciate it if you leave a like on that. That helps me out an absolute ton. We'll see how popular this one is. If for some reason you're watching and not subscribed, I hope this is the stream that has earned your subscription. And if you'd like to be cool like Slice was earlier, you can always leave a super thanks on a video. You can do a super chat while I am live, or consider becoming a member or gifting members in his case. And all the above helps me out an absolute ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you to those. Thank you to Slice tonight. Much appreciated. All right, take care, builders. Get out into the wasteland. Stay out of those acid lakes. And I will see you guys for Dominion tier list on Friday. Have a good one.